Well, g'day guys, I'm Baz, welcome back to the channel, and let's continue the Precedent radio. This one's been a little bit of a trick to get right, but I'm sure I'm hoping it is now. I'm hoping the damn thing stays going. And this time, well, we're doing the alignment, so pretty straightforward, I think. I hope the first transformer is all good. So I'll set up some gear. We need the generator on. What else do I need? We need a meter, we need a speaker, and a 455 signal. So let's get into it. Okay guys, we're all set up, ready to go. There's our meter for our peaking, for the tuning. Here's the meter for the HT. Okay, just going to monitor this in case something else bloody goes wrong with it. The way things have been going with it, it's yeah, I just want to keep an eye on things. We've got the speaker hooked up, plugged into one of the channels at the back, and external speaker here. I've got a switch here so that we can turn that horrible kilohertz tone off. Although I might actually, while I'm doing this, I'll set the modulation frequency to 400 hertz, 0 hertz. Okay, RF gen level. We're on 455, 100 microvolts at the moment. Okay, so going into the grid of the 6BE6, and which is the actual tuning capacitor that we can go into the top of him, which goes straight to our 6BE6. I'll find somewhere to clamp this onto. That'll do. Okay, we'll go in there. Now, we're on the tuning capacitor, which, as I said, and if you're looking at this, if you're following along, pin 7 of the 6BE6, that's where we're going in, which is also on the top end of the, well, one of the lugs of the antenna part of your tuning gang. Okay, the other one goes down here, and he is down there, and that's your oscillator. All right, so we're going into pin 7, more or less, up here. All right, at 455 at 100 microvolts at the moment. I don't know whether we'll pick up anything at 100 microvolts. This is way out of tune. I'm just hoping that as I said, the IF transformer works as it should. But anyway, here we go. We're on dim. We're on both of them. We've got about 100 watts there. We'll kick it into gear to start with. There she goes. And, well, we'll watch this baby, and that should come up. When I'm doing the alignment, I will go to bypass, because I want this sitting at closest to 255 that I can. As you can see, coming up there. Bearing in mind we are on dim bulb, it is restricting this a little bit. Okay. And no sound yet. We'll have sound soon. Well, hopefully we will. There's my phone. Never fails, guys. It never stops. I must be a popular lad. Okay, we don't seem to have... We do have audio. Okay. It's yeah, we do have some audio there. Do we have... I'll just take this off. Just make sure we've got some stations or whatever. Okay. Yeah, there's something there, as you can hear. Where are we?
4471. John here, good morning to Starweed Camper.
Okay, so our radio is working. Very doughy. We're going off. We're now on full power. We should see close to 250 on here. Would be nice. 47. It's pretty close. And yeah. Okay, we'll hook the Jenny up again. There we go. And I can hear it. Okay, generator. 200 microvolts. That'll do us to start with. And we're watching this meter. Maybe I should bring it a little bit forward for you. We'll put them both there together, eh? So you can see the meter there. Okay, our first transformer, the one that we rebuilt. Let's see, can we get anything happening there? Now that one is it's a slot on this first one. The new cores I put in are, that's just me, are a slot. So, and, oh, okay, we're working. There's our peak. Okay, that's the bottom one of the first one. Now, we'll go into the top. And, oh, okay. And I'm going to knock our signal back a bit. We'll go back down. That's at 100 microvolts now. And we're still coming up. Oh, yes. There's our peak. We'll go back to 50 microvolts. Okay, we did the bottom again. Looks like that's him. Well, it looks like the slug modification worked pretty nicely, doesn't it? Okay, and we have a bit of gain. We can hear stuff in the background. Now, we'll go back to our first one, which is actually our second IF transformer. And pick him up there. Righto, that one. And we'll go to the top. And just pick him up there. Okay. We're not too bad there. Okay. We'll take our generator off. And, well, that's, that doesn't, I mean, yeah, we got a signal there, but it doesn't appear to be good enough.
I get concerned by financial advisors. They can also do it. So there's Rick, there's gold, and
no, he's not bad. Okay. And now that's something's happening here. What's our HT? 245, still the same. He's tapered off there. That doesn't sound real good. Okay, if we switch that, switching back, that's short wave, medium wave. I don't know what's going on here, guys. Something else. It's the next thing. All is good there. There's no. It's not a loose connection. It's not part of our oscillator. No. Nothing down here. Might have to get the circuit and start poking around. That's our antenna coil. And let's go.
And now, next couple of years, it's probably full-time professor.
And as you can hear, we're going up and down and everything on the signal. Okay, let's 6BE6, 6N8. Nope. Is it the 6BE6? Okay, we might have to do some voltage checks and see what's going on. Okay. No voltages here. Pin 70 on pin 70 volts on pin 5 of our 6BE6. Now, pin 5 is the plate that goes to the transformer, which would be this one, which is this one up here. How can I get to there? 181. That's okay. It says 70. Yeah, it's 70 on the grid actually with a 3.3K. That would be in there. 42. 24. Something is horribly wrong with this, guys. 181 on there. It's supposed to be 185. That's spot on. I think we might have lost a 6BE6 or a 6N8. It's just we've lost our stations altogether there now. Okay, we're going to pause the video for a minute. I'll study up on this diagram and see what the go is now. There's still something else wrong with this thing. How long does this go? Yeah. What is going on? I hope it's not a micro cap in one of those IF cans. can cause what's going on though. Okay, now to eliminate things quickly, I'll change the 6BE6 in case it's the oscillator's doing stupid things. Okay, got another 6BE6 in there. Let's see if that's going to make any difference to us. We got the same thing. We got this is weird. We don't have an oscillator now. Oh boy. And this has gradually got worse. Is there a cap I've missed here? Is there something? Is it that one? No. Okay. Going to have to go back in. We got audio. There's good audio there. We go to here. And oh, hang on. We've got short wave happening there. Oh, blimey. We do have short wave. Audio? Yep. We've got good audio. As for AM, disappeared. Okay, I'm gonna have a 5-minute break on this and find out what the hell is going on. I'll be back soon, guys. I wonder what next with this thing. 6BE6. So we're looking at 70 volts right there up to the grid. Okay. And that 70 volts is dragged down to 20 or 30 volts as soon as the valve warms up. It just won't oscillate. The oscillator's not working. So I put in another one, and as you can see, it's 70 volts there. It's 80 volts over here. So it goes through that feed resistor there, which is a 33K. And yeah, instead of 70, we certainly haven't got that. Let me find a new old stock 6BE6. We'll put this on and see can we make more sense of this thing. When is this going to stop? Anyway, and then we'll try the alignment again. 6BE6, here we go. And of course, I couldn't understand why the alignment was just, well, it was coming up, and then it disappeared, and then, yeah. Okay, here we go. Tokyo Shibara Electric Toshiba, and a nice 6BE6 there. And of course we can't get a focus on it, can we? No. Camera won't focus now. So there you go. Anyway, it's a 6BE6. Let's plug it in. Let's see what happens. Okay. There we go. We're in. There's our box. Hopefully. And let's roundabout right. So it's working anyway.
West Sabo, Randa Digital, Taronga Western Plains Zoo.
And
Do you?
Want a coach in your corner for insurance at a...
and at least it's working. Now guys, I'm going to let this soak for half an hour here, and just keep an eye on that. That's still a little bit low, but it's not too bad. It's like
Comes time for claiming your broker...
our oscillator's working fine. There's some distant stations there, but we haven't peak tuned it yet. We'll get back onto the alignment again now. We'll start with the first IF transformer, the second IF tranny, well, the top, the bottom, and yeah, then we'll probably have to adjust an aerial coil, which will be up here on the low end, and find out which one of these trimmers, I guess it's this trimmer, is for the high band, so for the high end, the 1500, 1400 kilohertz. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for a while and see what we can work out. Now, this voltage here at 64 volts really should be 80. On this side of there, that transformer, it's 180 through a 22k, 64, but well, at least now the thing's working. So a little bit low, but anyway, that's how it is at the moment. And our oscillator is working fine there. So we'll connect up our generator again. We'll disconnect our aerial and we'll see, have we got, and we have got a signal. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit for a while now. I'm going to pause it and we'll come back. Rightio guys, well, the next thing. We've got our voltage to the 6N8, which is where we're measuring. Okay, HT2. Now HT2 is 185, 184.54. That's pretty close. The other side of the resistor here should be 80 volts. Closest we can get is more or less 70, 69, 70. Pretty close. That was very low. This 22k feed resistor, which is that fella there, that one, he's reading 29k. Now, I thought I checked it earlier and it was reading correctly, but fairly high. Now, this could be the reason why the oscillator was also dropping out, but although we have checked the tube again, and yeah, it's faulty, so that's been thrown away. And of course, that's our feed to our oscillator circuit. So yeah, we've got to keep this up around 70 volts, 68, 69, that's pretty close. I would like a little bit higher, but it's not to be at the moment. Okay, let's go back to where we started and try and get an alignment on this thing. Okay, we've got 455 coming in again. Let's go back up here. There's our meter. I'll turn it up. We'll just turn that off for a little bit. Now, we'll start. We don't have to monitor that again. We can put it on our HT if we want. And 250, supposed to be 255. That's pretty damn close. Okay, the transformer we fixed. Hang on, transformer we fixed is Which one's which here? This one. Okay. He's the slot. Okay, here we go, and up we go, and there we go. That's good. Now we'll do the top of him. Hopefully this will be straightforward now, guys. And there we go, and he's peaked out right there. Okay, bottom one, the one we fixed, is now done. Let's go to the top. And of course I put that resistor right in the road there. It'll probably bite me here in a minute. Okay. And as you can see, up, peak, right there. Okay, we'll do the top. And I think everything's running okay now with the radio. Oh no, we've got a little bit more out of that one. Okay, we'll go back to the bottom. We're pretty well on him there. Guys, that's it. IF alignment done. Okay, so we turn him down a little bit and we can take our generator off and well, you know what we got there. We've got a mica cap. But we have a noisy mica. Okay. Anyway, at the moment, it's not too bad. We'll hook our antenna. Now what I'm going to do is go right up the end where we are on 2CR, our local station, and he should be 549, so
5 from halfway. The second of the 3 Penrith tries, plays the ball there. Now up to halfway.
okay, that's
Just beyond halfway as he stopped, plays the ball.
that's in about the right position. We're going to go right to the end. And we'll call the... Now, we'll have a look at our dial glass. We'll just see where 1500 is. I'll just grab my glass. Okay. 1600, right at the end. Okay, so we're going to go... We only want this approximate, guys. This has got to line up reasonably well. Okay, 1600 initially. There we go. We'll now put our generator on our aerial at 1600 and we'll go to frequency 1.6 megahertz and let's put our generator on. How close is it? And we're not. Okay. I think our oscillator's dropped out. No, it hasn't. I tell a lie. But we've got no... no sign of 1600. Okay. Frequency 1.5 megahertz. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's there. Now, yeah, maybe 1600's a bit high. Okay, we'll 1.55 megahertz. No. .4. He's there somewhere. Well, guys, not quite as easy. Okay, let's come up with the next fault with this thing. Volume. No worry. Balance. And it goes okay that way, and it's either on or off or a bit in between. And it's not dirty. That's not dirty. Okay. How many more things are going to go wrong with this thing? Let's pull the balance pot out and find out what the hell's going on with it now. Oh, boy. He's testing me up, this fella. Righto. Turn me soldering iron on, and yeah, well, it's easy to get at. We might as well have a look. It can't be left like it is. Okay, let's have a look at this. Where is he? 2 meg linear. Okay, let's see what it measures. Cross it there. And go to ohm scale. And what is it? 2 meg. Okay, so the carbon's okay. So it must be the wiper. We'll check the wiper. I'll just put you, sorry guys, put you down there. And, well, oh really? It's all over the place. Yeah, that's sort of in around there is open. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the next thing. Now, use a pair of cutters on these. Open him up. I think this may have been opened before. Okay. Okay, so this one, shaft comes out. It's pretty oily and greasy in there. And well, there's a little clip in here, in the center. Let's get him out, and we'll find out what's going on with the wiper. I think this thing's been out before. Okay. Righto. Maybe it needs a good clean. It's full of rubbish. Maybe this contact, the wiper contact, needs a little bit of a clean up. And, well, there's our wipers. They are fairly dirty. And there's our wipers that goes on the ring in the centre. Okay, so everything is nice and tight there, but gee, it's a mess. Guys, I'm going to clean this all up, clean the contacts, clean this thing, the carbon track, clean the whole thing up, lube it, and get it back together and find out, well, will it track properly or not. I can't see too much wrong with it other than, yeah, it's extremely dirty inside. Right, all the things, all the parts are nicely cleaned up. Now, I've bent these little contacts up just a little bit to put a little bit more pressure on them than what they had. And yeah, that should be pretty good there. So we put some pressure on him and we slip our little circlip in the bottom there. And he's in. Okay, now don't want to take him right around there, I'll just take him to there. Right, that's about mid-range. Now, that little circlip can't go anywhere once this goes on. Okay, so he can't slip out. Now what I'm going to do there, tiny little drop of oil, just to lubricate him. Okay, that's it. Put him together. And, well, I can't see anything else wrong with this. That's running nicely. Should be okay. And just squeeze that fella a bit. Do the same with the other one on that side. Then this side. Push him in a bit. Right, now we can get hold of him and push him over like that. Okay, that feels really nice, guys. Going to I should be using an analog meter for this. It's very difficult. I don't think I haven't got one. Yeah, there's not one laying beside me. We'll use the digital. Digital meters are good for some things, other things not so good. Okay. We're on, we don't want it on hold. Okay. You can see that. Okay, we should be about half or thereabouts. Okay. That's working better. 2 meg. And right down to 76 ohm. Well, guys, that seems to be working okay. Now, I'll show you guys what I was watching there. You might have missed that. On an analog meter, well, this is mine anyway, just standard old fluke. I was watching the bar graph there. Okay, not the numbers. So as you can see, the bar graph goes up nicely, only goes up that far, and comes back down as it changes ranges, of course. And we can see on the lower range there, it's going very smoothly. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's put it back in the radio now and see if it's still doing the same thing. Alright guys, he's back in. Let's see how our balance is now. I'll just get there, turn him on. Let's see what's happening. Mind you, the volume control doesn't well, the volume pot doesn't feel real good either, but okay, much better. Yeah, there's no crackle. There's no whistling on the channel or anything silly. Well, I don't think so. We'll put it there. Yeah, still does a little bit. Okay, now where's our input is up here. That's working well. Okay, and the other input, of course, we haven't got the valve in. The speaker in. Okay. Now, the other thing we've got here is our oscillator disappears every now and again, but this could be alignment. So I'm not yeah, not too worried about that at the moment.
At previous clubs. The fact that Manly have never won the wooden spoon could change in the next couple.
Okay. Not going too bad. Okay. Now, after all the mucking around with the alignment and everything, what I had was, I think, is a dodgy 6N8 as well, because after a while it started to lose its gain. Now, it's not doing that now. Okay, so working okay there, but what I'm going to do is another quick alignment. Now we can turn it up there. We can't hear much. Okay, yeah, if we touch our aerial, we've got, well, a little bit of gain there.
The ref did his best to.
But, I mean, that still should be springing to life, and it's still not springing to life, unless you put an outside aerial on it, and of course it does. Right, so I'll put 455 on my generator, and there we go, and we put RF gen level. We're at 100 microvolts. We'll just turn him down a bit. We'll go up here and go to the front. There we go. To our aerial side of our tuning gang. And, well, yeah, it's there. But, guys, it's not enough. It's not enough signal. Now, we can look at this. I don't think our meter's hooked up there at the moment. It's the meter's not hooked up at the moment. Just going to have a play here to see, has anything... No, that's still the same. And if I go in the top, that's still the same. If we go in the bottom, this is the one I repaired. That's it. And if we go in here, the top, that's it. That's the gain. That's 700 microvolts. Something's not playing ball. I'm not sure what it is. Is it our... I don't know. I don't really... I don't like it. As you can hear, it makes no difference where we are in the band, and it shouldn't. Where it, and we've got a harmonic there. I don't know, guys. It's just, that is just not right yet. There is something about this radio, and I don't know what it is. I'll just have a look at the feed to the 6N8. 69 volts. That should be 80 volts. And, well, this is the third 6N8. There's no problems with this one. Yes, the other one is faulty. It drops out. 186 on the plate, which is normal. 187 on the feed to the transformer that goes to the plate. That's normal. That should be 70 volts there. And our minus 15 is all okay. It's nothing to do with that anyway. Oscillator, -5 on pin 9. Now, if we look here, it can't be pin 9. Pin 1, -5 on the grid. which is, yep, about normal there. But that's 70 volts there. Don't know whether you can see that. That one there is, well, not even 60. This 80 here is 69 or something. I'm going to pause this and have a think about it again. Well, guys, I'm still working on this. Now, the problem I have now is the oscillator drops out. The oscillator has stopped there now. It makes no difference. I mean, it did come and go as I tuned it. It doesn't anymore. It gave lots of crackling. Sounded like a mica cap, actually. So there's a mica cap. There's a couple of micas in the oscillator circuit. Let's have a look at shortwave. Okay, our oscillator's running on shortwave. Well, guys, this narrows it down to 3 parts. This is incredible. Oh, and just before I rattle on any further, yes, that happened. Yes, that's why I'm tuning up here. And as you can see over here, the oscillator is running fine there. Okay, on short wave. No problems. Broadcast? Nope. And yeah, I was a bit pissed off when this thing broke as well. It's very thin cord. No, that's not original. I'm fairly frustrated with this radio, but it's not going to beat me. I'll nail this. So we'll turn that off, because the only thing is the oscillator coil or a 100 ohm resistor or a 100 picofarad or a 415 picofarad cap. That's the only thing that'll stop it. Now, I thought, well, it might be the valve. No, it's not the valve. The valve's working fine. Everything's going right. Besides, that's the 4th valve. I have 4 here. They work in other radios. That's not the problem. It's a 6BE6 that we're working on here now. I'm not going to record the business of going through this. I'm just going to try different things. I'll show you what I've tried and if it fixes it or not. Yeah, it's this could take a while, but yeah, I just this one's nearly got me stumped. It really has. It's something. Well, there's medium wave, that, and oh gee, or is, yeah, that's medium wave, and that I'm going to have to put a knob on that. But anyway, that's medium wave there now. Look at the oscillator there. There's not much happening. Okay, I'll be back. Well, what we've got here, I've lifted this 100 ohm resistor. Now, I'll just find my pointer and show you where it is. Okay, that's him there. Okay, this is our oscillator. This is, I don't know why this is not affecting, yes I do. There's our shortwave oscillator, comes up here and goes more or less to the same spot. Now that's this 100 ohm resistor here, and then there's 100 picofarad. This 100 ohm resistor, I've got 110 ohm on there. if I move the leads on this thing around, you probably can't see it there. If I move it to there and I know it's making contact, I get all sorts of readings. I certainly don't get 100 ohm. 200. Sometimes it's open circuit. Maybe I'll get it out and we'll have a closer look at it on the bench, but that doesn't seem right. Hopefully it's it. I don't know. Let's take him out. One on there, and guys, I can't get a steady reading on this. It's just, you probably can't see that. We'll leave the camera up there. It's just all over the place. Let's get another 100 ohms, stick it in, and, well, is that going to work? If it works, yeah, well, then I've got this ahead of me. Okay. And here we go, guys. Metal film, little quart of water. That's all we need on this. Let's see if it measures 100 ohm. Yep. Get him on there. No worries there. Righto. Well, that measures 100 ohm. I'll put it in. Let's let's see if we get an oscillator working. Okay. Here we go. Power on, and we're watching the scope over here. And we're looking for a sine wave. Is it going to come up? We don't know. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Shortwave. Well, Baz, I'm jumping ahead here. Now, I'm just putting this over the wire. I'm not connecting it to anything. So there's our sine wave for our short wave. And medium wave? No, of course not. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. We'll now check. Well, I don't know why I didn't get a reading on the resistor. I'll pull the this little mica out, and there's another mica way down inside here, so we'll get to him as well. Well, guys, we got it back. We got it back good and proper. Here we go. And that's on medium wave and short wave. No worries. Medium wave. Lovely. That's 1.9 meg. And she goes down to 980 kilohertz. So our 455 is working. What was it? Well, first of all, I'll show you where it is on the circuit. And it also explains, when we were delving in here, we were looking for a situation of 80 volts or thereabouts 80 volts. We've now got 83. Okay, here we go. Okay, our two capacitors, guys. That one there, C3, 415 picofarad, hangs off the end of the oscillator coil. This one, where's the other one? This one here on goes to the from the oscillator coil up to the grid of the 6BE6. That 100 picofarad. Okay, we also changed that resistor, that 100 ohm resistor there, just for sure measure, but like it was a bit iffy, but this and this have fixed the problem. Now, up here we were supposed to have 80 volts. That's where I said earlier, and 70 volts here. We've now got 71 here and we've got 83 here. Our voltages are now correct by changing those two capacitors. Okay. Here they are. This one is a 415 picofarad. And it's a little simplex. Okay. I normally don't take these out. This is a simplex as well, and this is a 100. Okay. So, let's check the 100. I'll try and do this in the air for you, up here. I can't do this. 100 and he's reading 50. But when I first took this out, it read 100. It's all over the place. Okay, so that's one fault. That's one of them, the 100. This is the 415. Okay, 417. Okay, looks good. Now, so that's reading 417. If I put this on my little meter, now this will put 200 volts AC, or about 250 AC, across this capacitor, you should not have any reading whatsoever when I apply voltage to this. And we're looking about 100k of resistance. That needle should not move. Can you see that there? There we go. That should not move. 250 volts across that. This one, the 100 picofarad, certainly shouldn't have anything across it. And more or less, it's a dead short when any voltage goes to it. So there we go. Now, if I get, I'll just put this down a little bit. If I get another, what's this one? This is a 400 picofarad. This is a new one. This is what it's supposed to do. We put our leads on here, apply some voltage, 250 volts, nothing. Okay, there's no leakage there whatsoever. This is just a little mega that it's been modified to reduce some voltage a bit. It was 500, it's now 250, and that's fine. We put this 400 on again, just to show you the difference. And, well, you can see the leakage there. About 100k resistance. But yet, that measures okay. Righto guys, there it is. So there's 3 more parts out of it. Voltage is good. This has been running for quite some time. It is very, very stable. So now I'll go in, make sure my tuning is correct, and, well, we might have a go at getting our stations exactly on spec with these windy little trimmers here. I hate them. They're terrible, but well, we all do. But anyway, we'll see. Can we get that going back to how she should be? We'll peak it up, and yeah. So for doing this, I'll have to get the dial back on. I'll get all that ready. We'll put the dial back on. I'll align the needle so that it's central both ways. And, well, you know what I've got to do here. Yes. All right, I'll be back probably in 3 days because I've got to do a dial cord. Catch us then. Well, a few seconds anyway. Well, guys, it's still working. This is about 3 hours later when I went and had a little bit of lunch and a couple of other things. And I come back to the workshop and it's still going. I don't believe it. And, well, other than this thing, I can't find anything else to do with it. But we do have a bit of alignment yet. As I said, put the front on, all this. Now, to align it, yeah, okay, let's start with this. We've got a spring and we've got the little eye clip there that goes on our tuning drum. This should it's a very simple arrangement around here, down across the tuning knob, our tuning spindle, up around that pulley up there, down here, back around. So all this should be pretty straightforward. Now for these, on the ends of these, I use little ferrules, little brass ferrules. I'll show you that when it's finished. Quite a handy thing, actually. I normally don't do knots in them. So, yeah, it just works. Okay, well...
Exactly when to fill up. Orange is everything.
I never thought I'd see the day. The other thing we've got to do is put in a couple of lamps here so that she'll light the dial up nicely. We better do that before we put the front on it. Okay, back soon. You'll see what I've done with this. I'm not going to record doing this. Okay, Baz has got the dial cord on. Yeah, pretty easy one, this one. I thought it was going to be. Spring a little bit stretched. She's nearly right out, but anyway, that's the way it ended up. I put a little ferrule there, and then I just squash him to hold that little end in place. So around there, across there, down around the shaft, back up here and around and in there. So yeah, it's it all works. That's the main thing. And well, the pointer, the only thing that really holds it together up here is just a wraparound. I'll just put that in the right position so he's just a little bit further away from the front panel. It's just one wrap around the pointer, and that's it. Okay, so now it's time to take these knobs off and put the front on so that we can align the pointer and yeah, get it going. The other thing I've got to do, of course, is put a couple of dial lamps in. And what have we got here? Here's some 653-6s, 6-volt lamps. Screw in. And they make it look the part. Okay, I'll just flick the power on there to make sure it's working. And this one is not. Just a bit of a loose connection there. Okay, no worries there. It's the ground connection. I might solder the back of those ground connectors. Yeah, I can see what's going on, but then it won't be relying on the actual anyway, we'll solder them up and make sure they're right. But for the moment, temporarily, and she's working.
Come aboard and join us. Hello, tremendous slouch.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, that's certainly working well now, at long last. It'd want to. Okay, I'll get the front. We'll be back. Well, guys, there it is, in all its glory. Yeah, looks brilliant now. It's taken a bit to get it there. Okay, got my speaker on, and let's fire this up. Now, this dial is on its side, as you can see, because it normally sits this way up, not that way up, if that makes any sense. So we've got 2CR. Now, that's right down the end of the dial here, one of our stations, ABC, at Cumnock in New South Wales. Quite a powerful station at 540. So, 549 actually. So we've got 550 there. We're going to line up 2CR. I will now turn it on. That's it. She's on. And we're sitting on, what have we got? We'll go for 240 volts. Okay, we're at 240 there, so all the voltages are spot on. We'll give this a little while to warm up. Look how our dial lights are working. That looks lovely. Yes, it all looks very nice now that the thing's going. And yeah, it's
No pressure on them.
G'day, Shane.
Graham, Happy Robbo, how you going, boys?
Shane.
now we'll go up here and we'll just check to see where this station is, just as a preliminary check. And yeah, it's supposed to be there,
Mobile phone.
and it's way down the end. So we are going to
Film off.
But where's our pointer? Our pointer goes just between the numbers, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, and the end of the dial.
Yeah, just
We'll go up the other end and see, does it go about the same? You'll probably get a parallax error there with the camera anyway. Yeah, we've got to go further that way. Okay. So, I hang on to the drum, push our pointer along a bit. Might be a bit too far. Okay. Now we're right on 1600 there. Let's see if we go back to 540 at this end. A little bit, it's got to go that way just a smidgen. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's about 530. Now we'll see where it goes up to on the 1600. Of course, this can be altered and everything with our tuning. And that's right on 1600, which is here. Not real sure whether you guys can see that, but that's pretty close. I'm happy with that. Okay. I'm going to put my generator, and I'll show you this, on our antenna, which is that one, and connect him up on a ground there, and let's recall 11 should be 600. It is, and we'll put a couple of hundred microvolts. That's all we need. Now let's see what we've got down here. We'll do our low end first, and guys, there's 600. I'll have to show you that, because I don't strike that very often. You can see 600 there. Doesn't get much closer than that. Okay, now we'll go to 1500. So we'll recall 12 on this, and 1400 rather, and we'll put a couple of hundred microvolts there, and let's go up to 1400. And no, he's a bit high. You can see there, he's got to come back. Okay. Now, this is where our oscillator trimmer comes in. Okay. I'm just going to disconnect this for a bit, and let's have a look at our oscillator trimmer. Righto guys, now we need to, we're on about 1440 there, so we've got to bring it back up to about there. Now how we do this, we've got one of these wire wrapped little garbage things. Yeah, I could put another trimmer in here, which if it was, yeah, a total rebuild, you could do that. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to get some tweezers, get onto that little piece of wire on the end of him, and we'll just bend him up while we do this, and I might be able to do this with my fingers. Just I'll bring this in a little bit closer here. Okay, if I can just unwrap that wire. I don't know which way it's been wound. It's got wax on the end of it. There we go. If I unwind him a bit, maybe we find the station. Oh boy, I think it's wound the other way actually. There we go. Now he's coming off. Okay, we've got this much unwound. Now, how are we going for our station? We're getting close. We're getting very close. So, another wind. And here he comes. And we're very close there. Dropping off there. So, in around there is our station, and I will just push the wire there. Okay, now on that little piece of wire I'm going to put a drop of wax so that that doesn't move. Now if we look at our stations down here, we should be pretty close, and that is dead on 1400. Okay, we'll go back to 600 and make sure up here hasn't moved off 600. This is actually tuning quite well, which is unusual. But now I've got the oscillator working properly. A little bit. Okay, he's got to come down a little bit there. So now we'll go to our oscillator, which is this one in here, and bring him into 600. Okay, that's right, and that's spot on 600. Now we'll go back to our 1400 again, and let's see how close we can get. We may have to just alter our little wire there, and yeah, he's down a little bit. It's still got to come back up there a little bit. Okay, give it a bit of volume there, and let's see. I'm unwinding quite a lot here. Here it comes. Now I'm going to get, I'll just pause this, I'm going to get some plastic tweezers. Rightio, now we'll just peek this out. That's about him there. We'll go back. We push him in. He will change a little bit when we push that back in. Round about there. Okay, now we'll probably cut the excess off this wire once this is done. Go back to the other end, and we'll keep going backwards and forwards until we can get it right. Okay, go back to 600. And this should be getting pretty close. And it's a smidgen off. I will just adjust this. There we go. And now we'll go back the other end, and I'd say we'll be right. Back to 1400. Now, we should be pretty close. Oh, very close. Just a smidgen off. And I'll just adjust this. This is getting very particular now. And there we go. Guys, I would say this thing has probably never been tuned properly in the first place. There we go. Now, I'm going to snip some of the wire off. Don't snip too much because we may have to alter that later. You can always tack a bit on if you need to. I'm going to bend him over if I don't get zapped, and on the end I'll put a blob of wax. There. And he's looking good there. That's it, guys. Dead on 14. We want to try that again. And we'll go back to 600 just to make sure we're on track. I'm not doing the shortwave. I don't have any instructions on it at the moment. And it's dead on 600. There she is. She's aligned. Now, we'll go back up here. While we're here, we can peak our RF coil, which is this one here. And it's this bloke. So we'll take him down a bit. We're going to do this by ear. I'm not hooking up the everything again. We'll just do this by ear. Okay, that's just me floating around here. And for maximum signal. And that's getting less. That's getting less. That's less. And that's about it. Now, if we want to, we can go to recall 1400. We can go back to 1400 and peak tune it. And of course we've got one of those horrible little capacitors. There again. Now that capacitor is this one here. Probably not going to alter him much, guys. I'll see what I can do. That's making very little difference. That's actually going back down. I can hear that. I'm going to leave that trimmer, that wire trimmer, as is on our aerial coil. This is medium wave, okay? Medium wave oscillator in here and medium wave coil up here. Short wave, yeah, well, we've got oscillator and aerial trimmer. They haven't been altered. The troubles were with medium wave. I am not altering that again. This is it. I'm pulling out of it. This guy only uses AM. There's very, very little on shortwave, but we can have a listen if you want. Now, we'll take our generator off. We'll leave the generator earth connected at the moment. And we've got some stations. Not many, but and a bit of good music there.
Matty Burden, my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it should be a 13.
Yeah, that's certainly working. She's working well.
We increase our food, and so it's just rarely to net.
So I think
You know, there's that famous line in the
Industry Australia. Are you in construction? What do you think of this report? Cultural issues, issues around flexible work.
Guys, I didn't think this radio would ever pick up the stations.
I didn't see it.
Exactly, yeah.
The other thing I didn't see on the weekend was one.
And boy, that is working really, really nicely. Okay, what have we got? Shortwave, back over here. If I can turn it. I might need this. What have we got? Yeah, well, we're not going to go through the whole band on shortwave. She's working well, and there's back to it's working well.
He's a great playing coach, Lucas.
And Graham, can I ask you, with Ezra Mann and Reynolds coming back, two things can happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So, find a way of making them an even better side than last week.
Okay, we're going to run out of time here. I'll address that and give you an answer after the
Tone's working well. Everything's working well. Guys, I think this is going to be a wrap for the radio. I can't believe that it's actually going, finished, and ready for the turntable. I never thought I'd get to that stage. But there she is. Dial string is normal, as you saw. The last little bit here, which I'll just show you on the end of the video, is when I fit the new power cord. It'll be via the switch at the front, 3-core obviously, and we'll tack in the other lead that goes out to the turntable as well, which is this little fella here. We've got to we'll be putting him directly on the transformer. Neutral lead onto the transformer, active to the switch, back to the transformer, and then those on that one on those terminals. Okay, I'll come back and we'll just have a quick look, but there she is. There she is. If you want me to turn the lights off, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? We turn them all off. Yeah, it looks a lot nicer than what I thought of it a few days ago. But she's working 100%. It's speaker time just before we finish up. Now, what we've got on the radio itself up here is the output sockets, which are there and there. Now, the larger pin of the two, okay, which is the two inside ones. The larger pin is actually ground, so that's our negative. So because we're using two speakers, stereo speakers, we want them in phase, which they weren't when I took this apart. The big one is actually orange, and our, well, positive is green. That's just the wrong way you would think that would be. You would think green would be ground, but it's not. Green is positive. So our green wire is going to be soldered on here on the positive side. To work out the positive of the speaker, what we do, put a couple of alligator clips on here. We get ourselves a 1.5 volt battery. You can use a 9 volt, it's a bit aggressive. And when we hook it up, just watch the cone. That's coming back. So that means that's the wrong polarity. Okay, so if we swap this over, our cone should push forward when our red lead is connected to the positive. There. So this one is positive. So what I do normally, if I can get in here, and I'll move the camera around a bit there for you. I put positive dot on there. Okay, so the positive is green. That's the way we wire them. I will now wire these up per how they're hooked up. That way, when we've got these back in the cabinet, everything will be in phase. I know this is elementary to some guys. I'm just showing the guys that may not know how to do this. Okay, right, done. So that speaker is ready to go and ready to put in the cabinet. Now, what I've also got to do is, fill a couple of holes. Now we'll check the other speaker. We'll just make sure that both speakers are the same. Okay, here's our other speaker, and it doesn't appear to be. It appears as though it's the wrong way around, which the other one was the opposite way wired. That's why I took the wire off. This one over here was wired opposite to this, which means one speaker's pushing, the other one is pulling, and, well, not real good for bass response. Okay, so we'll just check this, and this one here should be positive, and our cone should push forward when I hook our battery up. And if I can get it on, and it does. Our cone there, you probably won't see that. I don't know whether you'll see it. Maybe this way up. Let's try that for you. Okay, and it should push forward. You see that? Okay. So that's our positive. And of course, that is not the way we want it wired. I know the positive is green, and I know you could switch these around and have them both the same, but I would rather run on a standard here than, and well, green isn't really a standard. Okay, there we go. We'll mark him as red. That's hot. There we go. So now we know those speakers are going to be in phase when we put them back in. Okay. I'm going to get some electrical tape and a liquid electrical tape, and tidy up some of these holes. Okay, and I just love the smell of this stuff. It's great. Okay, I'll just put some over this hole. Like so. And some over that hole. Okay, and where are we? We've got to get a little bit more in there. Okay. Okay, and this hole. Okay, that fella's done. And this one, he's only got the one hole here, but there is a couple of little nibbles a little bit further up that I'll have a look at. I just use the sticks from my cotton buds to do this. That way I can throw them in the bin when I'm finished. And a little bit up here. Just to seal him off. Right. Few strings there to get rid of, and both are looking good. Righto, that's the speakers done, guys. That's sort of that's it for now. Now with this radio, what I've got to discuss with the owner is Bluetooth. Now he did mention that I think he does want Bluetooth with this. I'm going to work out how it's done. That'll be a video all by itself, just installing video, Bluetooth in a radio. That's all it'll be. I'm also going to make up over the next little while a couple of little small circuit boards to make it a lot easier for the power supply in these from the 6.3 volt supply. That will be the supply that's got one side grounded. So it'll only be half-wave rectification, and through a very small regulator, that will work fine for our Bluetooth. We'll filter it well, and there shouldn't be a problem. We may even use a 5 volt to 5 volt step-down converter, which you've probably seen before, but anyway, that's a whole new video, that one. Guys, that's it for the radio. I can't show you any more. That's the radio's going. It's perfect. We've got to get onto the turntable now. Then the cabinet, work out what we're going to do with it. Pretty straightforward. So the turntable's pretty straightforward. I won't be recording a lot of it. You've already seen a Monarch turntable 10 videos ago. So I'm not going to repeat the whole thing. We're just going to, well, remove the old grease, get everything out of the road. Okay, guys, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. And, well, thank God this is finished. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't done already. Super thanks, always welcome. And I must thank Carl. Ford One Falcon has gave me a $10 super thanks. There it is on the screen there. Oh yeah. And Don from Don's Old Radio Shed. Donnie, you're a gem. He bought me a couple of coffees because of the last video, because I had that trouble with the transformer. He reckoned it was worth a couple of coffees. Don, thank you very much. If you don't know Don, here's his page here. It's Don's Old Radio Shed, and you'll find him on YouTube. There it is. And of course, back to me, if you want to buy me a coffee, anyone out there it is, down in the corner. Just scan the QR code and it'll take you to the coffee shop. Okay guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.